Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gene. You guys are watching Lubed for December the 15th, 2023, Season 3, Episode 21. I do apologize for not going on Wednesday. I've been doing some crazy overtime. Just couldn't get any graphics together. And even today on the graphics, I did overtime again. Tried to kind of make something reasonably decent because I knew I had to come on sooner or later and stop hiding from you guys. Wow. The streak has ended at 8 games, but what a run were the Edmonton Oilers on, getting themselves back to above 500. Now they're at 500 once again, but definitely looking a lot better than what we saw back in, late October, early November there, where we were starting to freak out and say, oh, they're done, they're out of the playoffs. I was one of them. I even did a video on it, and you can take a look. And I am eating my words. I still think that they are in good shape, but they still have an uphill battle. They still got to claw their way as they're going to take on the Florida Panthers tomorrow night. Should be a good one in Edmonton. Can't wait for that one to take place as they will go on. But let's get into this. We got a couple games that we have to cover as the Edmonton Oilers took on the Chicago Blackhawks on Tuesday, and that was a 4-1 victory, giving them their 8th in a row. It was the Connor versus Connor matchup. Quite the game. I'll tell you what, man, when I saw that snipe, the first goal was by Connor Bedard, and I'm going to get into the scoring summary here. Wow, what a whistler. I don't think maybe I'm being a little bit much when I say this, but I don't think I've ever seen a snipe that good. Not even from like Joe Sakic. I don't think Austin Matthews even has. Like, that shot was so quick off of his wrist. When I was watching that replay, I'm like, holy cow. Now, I could be a little bit overshooting it, but man, that was a shot. That kid, I tell you what, he's going to be a hell of a hockey player for the Chicago Blackhawks, and they are lucky to draft him. I know that one of my co-workers is pissed off because he's a Vancouver fan and he figures Vancouver should have been the one drafting it, and he really was upset. So anyway, let's get into the scoring summary on that. And as I mentioned, it was Connor Bedard scoring the first goal of the game at 3:21 from an absolute beauty wrister. That was by Alex Vlasic and Louis Crevier. Then it was Ryan Nugent-Hopkins at 9:58 from Connor McDavid and Evan Bouchard. And then Sam Gagner would cap off the first period with his 4th of the year from Derek Ryan. The Oilers would go into the second period with a 2-1 lead, looking good. And it would continue in the second period when Leon Draisaitl would get his 12th of the year from Cody Ceci and Sam Gagner. Second point of the night. And to cap it off, it was a power play goal from none other than Zach Hyman at 6:43. At 43 seconds of the third period to make it 4-1, and that's the way the game would end. The Oilers would now be on an 8-game winning streak, 1 win away from tying a franchise record, as they would take on the Tampa Bay Lightning, but unfortunately they did not get the win, as Vasilevsky was absolutely lights out in this game, making, I'll give you the stats on that game here right away here, but unbelievable game for him as he stopped, what was the score, 7-4, he stopped 53 of 57 shots. It was just unreal. He put on an absolute clinic. Stuart Skinner owned up to the game, saying he was pretty much responsible for the loss. Maybe a little bit hard on himself, but realistically, 7 goals on 24 shots. You need to be a little bit better. So I think he was a little bit hard on himself, but probably rightfully so. So the streak would end there, which, whatever, the streak is a streak. I mean, it would have been nice to see it broke, but my main concern is getting into the playoffs, and then from getting into the playoffs, winning a Stanley Cup. I don't care about streaks. I don't care about records being broke. I want to see a cup going to the Edmonton Oilers this year. So yeah, so this one would start off with Steven Stamkos, by the way, who had a 4-goal night in this game, and this was the first of 4. His 11th on power play, it would be 1-0. Then Tyler Mott would score at 7:17 to make it 2-0 in the first period. That second goal gave me kind of a gut feeling like, I don't know if this is going to go the Oilers' way tonight. We get into the second period. Darnell Nurse would come within 1 on a short-handed goal, and then Connor McDavid on the power play, and then Zach Hyman would make it 3-2. So special teams was the story for the Edmonton Oilers in the second period, as they not only got 2 power play goals, but got a short-handed goal. But the third period, things would go back into Tampa Bay's favor, as Steven Stamkos would get his second of the night, 12th of the year. Then it'd be Nikita Kucherov. Then it'd be Steven Stamkos for the hat trick. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins would get 1. Anthony Cirelli would get another 1. And then Steven Stamkos would get an empty netter. And the total was 7-4. The Oilers were stronger on the faceoff dot with a 53.8%. 46.2 for Tampa. Again, the shots were 57 for Edmonton, 24 for Tampa. So Edmonton had their chances, had their looks. It's just Vasilevsky was lights out. Edmonton out-hit him. Penalty minutes. So Edmonton, realistically, in all aspects of this game, but the most important one, had Tampa Bay basically beat. But the most important one, of course, is the scoreboard. So that will bring us on to the Florida Panthers, as they played the Edmonton Oilers just a couple weeks back, and that was a 5-3 win for Florida on November 20th. That was also during the Oilers' low streak when they weren't doing so well. Florida isn't really doing. Where's Florida? Where are they in the stand? They're third in the Atlantic. I guess they're not too bad. 17-10-2. Yeah, I guess their record okay. I thought they were doing worse than that, but no, they're doing actually decent. Third in the Atlantic. You gotta also remember, this is the team that's magically made it to the Stanley Cup final last year. I think we're still scratching our head on how that happened. A lot of right things happened for them last year for them to make it, including the Pittsburgh Penguins losing to a real bad Chicago Blackhawks team, which would have been a different story if the Penguins would have won. Then the Penguins would have made the playoffs, and Florida wouldn't have. And then just a magical run in the playoffs, knocking off the Boston Bruins, who had one of the most impressive NHL seasons ever in the game. I think it was something like 63 wins, just a crazy thing, but they were knocked out by the Panthers. And then that just fueled the Panthers to go all the way to the Cup final, and then eventually succumbed to the Vegas Golden Knights. I would have liked to have seen Florida win. However, that did not happen. Some of the notable stats, and I'm not going to go over all of them, but ones that really stand out for me for Florida. Okay, so as far as shots on goal, Edmonton and Florida are 2 and 3. Edmonton is 2 with 30, or second in the league, with 34.3. Meanwhile, Florida is third in the league with 33.7. So they're both teams that like to pepper the shot and pepper the puck. The power play, Edmonton fourth in the league. Florida's 20th. Not so good on the power play. Shots on goal allowed. Florida's actually very, very stingy, as they are third in the league, averaging about 27 shots on goal. So that's a good thing. But the Oilers are also a little bit stingy too, as they're fourth in the league, averaging 28.2. And but they're just not. Well, earlier on they weren't getting the goaltending they needed, and then yeah, the whole Jack Campbell thing of him going down to Bakersfield and trying to get his game going there, but didn't seem to really help as it kind of was. He kind of went down there at first and he was really looking bad. Then he had a good run and we were talking all this trade talk, and then he had a couple bad games. I don't know where he's been at. I haven't really paid attention in recent, but I know that's a man that is really broken with his confidence. And I don't know. I don't know if the Oilers can get anything out of him, or if they're just going to get a couple 7-round picks or a 7th and a 6th and just get him off the books. I don't know. Eat some cap space back. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with the Jack Campbell situation when it's all done and said. It'd be nice that he can work his way out of the misery that he is in and find his game again. But we will see. Okay. Gonna move that down. So, up next, like I said, is the Panthers. And we're going to move on here. Okay, I'm trying this new thing here. It's called screen sharing, so I'm going to see how this goes. Oh, this was the stats here, but there you go. You can see that the Florida Panthers are currently on a 5-4-1 in their last 10. Meanwhile, the Oilers 8-2 in their last 10. So both losing their last couple of games. Bobrovsky a 907 save percentage, Skinner at 886. Bobrovsky has 2 shutouts and Skinner has 1. Bobrovsky's probably going to be looking for a little bit of redemption after that goofy giveaway he did against the Vancouver Canucks, and we'll see what happens there. But yeah, they're not looking too good. So currently the Oilers are 4th in the Pacific, 10th in the West, 2 points out of a wild card spot, and have a 79.7% chance of making the 23-24 Stanley Cup playoffs as per Money Puck. Definitely have come back a long ways from where they were at just a few short weeks ago. So that's good for them. That's really good for them. Yeah. And that's about all I got for tonight, guys. Like I say, over the holidays here, I'm going to be trying to revamp this channel just a little bit, just to streamline it a little bit. Because I am a one-man production crew, I tend to overdo it with graphics and I get a little scattered and all that. So as you noticed on this particular episode, there was pretty much just one title in there, other than the ticker at the bottom here that's going. But yeah, I'm trying to just simplify it and not get too confused, so it comes out a little bit better and a little bit more cleaner and a little bit more professional looking. Because I get really upset with myself when I see episodes like that go wonky. Okay. Other than that, guys, I just and thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys will have a very Merry Christmas. Those of you who tune into my channel, and a Happy New Year. It should be a good New Year for everyone. I know I'm going to be going into the new year very happy. 2023 has been a very good year for me, so I'm hoping to continue it in the new year to come. And other than that, guys, I am pretty much done here. And like I say, if you like what you see here, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Join us tomorrow for NHL Aftermath, and Sammy and I will discuss the latest topics in the NHL. We'll talk soon, guys. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay hydrated. Have a great night.